we fucking go! You're listening to Bread and Circuses.
Was like the mob media for one is the entire world populated. Like everybody's on Twitter. Fucking the UK is on Twitter. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
unfortunately.
With Caleb Salvatore.
Well, they can't go to the comedy shows because there's a 2-drink minimum, and you can't mix the Percocet you've been stealing from work with liquor.
And Nick Kohler.
There literally be people in the fucking 80s that didn't know that nutting in a girl would make her pregnant.
No one's asked that question. What did those families do to provoke Alex Jones like that?
You know what'll solve all of these racial police protests? A Pepsi.
What the fuck is up, friends? Welcome. We're back. Bread and Circuses. We had a wild episode last week with David Terrell Green, but now we're back.
We're gonna have a pretty wild episode today too. I'm sure.
Hi everybody.
Hello. Every time Dion's on here, he always makes sure to drop the N-bomb a couple times. So.
And I just had some fucking McDonald's too, so I'm all energized. An hour, 2 cheeseburgers in like 5 seconds.
The last time he was on, it was a white girl complained that he was using too many slurs, and I think that's a good
really?
that's a good
Dude,
that's a
shout
good
out
metric
to her. That
to
will
shoot
motivate
for.
me. Follow me on Twitter. You should see what I fucking tweet on there.
And Facebook, honestly, too.
Honestly, I got bolder on Facebook because like I made it so like my family members can see certain posts.
Oh, there you
so
go.
I was like, fuck it.
See, I like to open the floodgates, let my family see everything.
Oh,
I
live with my parents, so like some things like I might say some crazy shit and walk upstairs and I have to look my mom in the eye.
see.
Yeah. I get that shit too. Sometimes I post some share some really stinky stuff or something, and then I'll be just like talking to my dad like later on, and he'll just casually ask me like, "So, Nick, why are you posting something about us losing the Vietnam War was funny? Huh? You think that was funny?" I'll be actually, like, yeah.
I was actually glad they canceled Thanksgiving last year because like I dropped some like risky songs, shit talking about like eating pussy and all that. And
that was when Simon Says came out, right?
I wasn't ready for heard your song, Dylan. I'm like, oh, I can't, Marsha. Like, I wasn't ready for it. So
You canceled Thanksgiving last year?
I think so, yeah.
We still had ours.
Yeah, my family didn't believe in COVID. We just did it.
I know, like they were doing like some kids, like for OPS, they were having some kids go to elementary school. Some of them weren't. And they do alternating days.
Yeah.
And they were just like straight up like, if you have anyone that's not from your household at your Thanksgiving dinner, your kids can never come back to school.
Oh, fuck off.
And my mom was like, I don't give a fuck.
Just
like,
not going to tell you.
You're going to tell my son he can't come over because he lives in a different house. Fuck you. So I was like, I'm coming over.
I'm just not going to tell you then.
Yeah. It was just like, hey, it was like my little brother was like, we were like, hey, don't say anything. Like, even though we're not doing anything wrong. Like,
yeah.
The fuck?
Well,
like,
I knew like somebody's job that tried to enforce it. They were like, you can't, other than work and like the grocery store and to pick your kids up, you can't go anywhere. Like, you can't go out and shit. I'm like, well, like, here's my thing, man. That's just gonna backtrack because like if you told me that, I'm still gonna go out and I'm just not gonna tell you if I get exposed now. Like, I'm just gonna come to work, and if I get it,
the places that they allowed you to go to, those are like pretty big vectors for like being around strangers. You know what I mean? Like
grocery stores.
Yeah, dude.
Honestly, I'm pro COVID. I'm anti-social. I'm pro COVID. You need more COVID. I'm like, I don't have to go out and do shit. Fuck yeah. I love it.
I mean,
like people can't sit next to me. Hell yeah. I love it, dude. Like, give me the perfect excuse.
I think there's some good things that came from it. Like, like the social, I don't think you should be 6 feet apart from me, but there's no need for you to be breathing down my neck in the grocery store checkout line.
Yeah, especially like at Walmart.
Yeah.
When you know they already got a disease anyways.
Yeah.
Like,
everyone's dirty at Walmart.
Yeah.
That. Like,
you don't have to smell their dirty fucking flip-flops that fat lady's wearing behind you.
And her Cookie Monster Big Bird pajama pants.
I love the mask era though, because like I just hide from people that I know in public. Like,
yeah, honestly, like, sometimes I'm like, I just put on a mask. Like if I go to Hy-Vee, just something I don't even want to be talked to. I'll put my AirPods in.
40, and I'm just gonna be walking around wearing a fucking mask because like
I've had some weird people come up to me in Walmart, like There's one time I was going to get condoms because
Yeah.
safe
beat
sex
up the condoms,
kids.
too.
But this guy came up to me. This guy came up to me and was
Like the
like,
lubricant.
so it was a Walmart on 72nd, which is notorious for people stealing shit.
Yeah,
Any
Walmart
Walmart
on
is.
72nd. I don't go into without a gun. Anyway,
Yeah.
continue.
See,
It's very notorious for having the African population there too. So
Mhm.
that's always what I see is like the Kent or like the
yep.
people from like Nigeria and stuff there. That's
Them
like
I don't mind. It's the crackheads that do it for me. I don't
For
fucking.
real.
well, they're
Anyway.
rude as fuck to the crackheads there. Man. It's hilarious.
What are you doing?
They'll say
Use
it
out the
fast.
pit.
So they had
Do I
the
look like I
condoms
have
locked
cash?
up.
That's
And you
the
gotta
condoms
go
locked
to
up.
ask somebody to get condoms.
Yeah,
so it
they
makes
do.
it
What
even
the
weirder.
fuck?
Yeah.
They lock up the
I haven't been to
condoms?
Yeah,
Walmart.
well, it's because
They all do that.
underprivileged people, they don't want kids, they gotta steal the condoms. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So it's like, fuck it. But yeah, so I went to do that, and this guy came up and was like, "It's a shame they gotta lock the condoms from us guys, huh?" And I was just like, "Yeah,
No,
I
it should be-
guess." And he
should be
started
fine.
like talking to me, like, "Where you go to school at? What are you doing? This." Somehow talks to getting my like face, like my Instagram or something out of me. This guy's like very gay. He's
Yeah.
like, "You want to come over and drink with me
Oh,
and have a
God.
good time?"
Oh,
And I was like, "No, sir." And like he
Not.
still hits me up to this day, and it's been 2 years. I
what?
finally like last week I was like, "Leave me the fuck alone, or I'm gonna like press charges or something." Like,
I admire
told you
the
stop.
hustle.
You gotta shoot your shot. This dude fucking added me on Facebook, and dreads too. So I thought maybe he just like did hair. And so I was like, whatever. So sends me a friend request, and then like I accept it. I'm like, whatever, I don't care.
yeah,
And then he immediately goes and likes one of my pictures. I'm like,
From
all
like
right,
6 years ago.
I'm like, that's kind of okay, all right, maybe, whatever. So I just go about my day, and one night I stay up late as fuck, man. I stay up to like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning. And one day, like 3 o'clock in the morning on like a Tuesday or something, I just get a thumbs up I'm looking at me holding napkins. Like I just get a thumbs up in my inbox, and I'm like, yeah, delete. I just go and delete the dude. Bro.
He's just being a supportive king, dude.
No,
Yeah.
man. Someone else did that to me one time, and he was like, "Hey, what's up?" And I was like, and I knew he was gay. Like
Yeah.
the other dude, I have no idea. Like,
Yeah.
honestly, the other dude, I was like, "Hey, bro, like, it's just not for me, man. Like, shoot or shoot. I respect it. Like, thanks for the compliment, but it's not for me." He's like, "What? I hit up all my friends. Like, the bars are closed. Just want to see what you're doing." I'm like, "Bro, I've never talked to you before."
Yeah, I don't know you. Why are you?
I don't know you, bro. Like,
Why are you messaging me? That's it.
Yeah.
like, I was.
He's like, I just
him.
wanted to see if he wanted to come. I just wanted to see if he'd come over and play some Madden, bro. I'm like, fuck
Yeah.
you, we're bored at home, dude.
A Madden without clothes on. Yeah, that's exactly.
it's like that fucking Black Mirror episode.
Yeah. No
Oh
shit.
my god, dude! Basically, like that with fucking the VR chat, dude.
I
Oh
never
my
got into
God.
Black Mirror.
Oh man, the last season was not my favorite.
Yeah.
Like that episode was kind of weird. Have you ever tried VR?
No.
Oh,
Oh,
so
so
much
I played a boxing game on VR and I
that
was
shit is-
gassed.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
probably thrill to fight, man.
Yeah.
I love that game. That's like I've lost weight because of that.
Yeah.
But there's this episode on like I think it's the 5th season.
It's
The
the last.
fucking
It's
Viper.
the newest one or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like where like they're basically like these dudes, and they like go into this video game, and they're like these fighting characters, but one's a dude and one's a girl.
It's Mortal Kombat based. Like,
But basically Mortal Kombat. but
Sexy
they, like,
characters.
They like fuck each other.
yeah.
And they're like, "Is this gay?" And it's like, "Is it?" Like
Yeah.
it's a dude and a girl, but they're like both homies. But like they start to like sneak off and like fucking the game. Dude's like hiding it from his wife. And
Mhm.
it's just like
That's
I
weird.
forget how that episode ended.
Yeah,
but
I tried to watch that show and I just couldn't. And I like weird shit like that, and I could not get into it.
there's a few really good episodes, but a lot of them are just like, eh.
They
Yeah.
came out with. See, I think the thing was they came out with a bang. Was the first episode was about that prime minister or whatever.
Oh,
Had
yeah.
to fuck the pig on TV.
Yep.
Did you ever watch Black Mirror, Nick?
Yeah, my favorite one is Bandersnatch, man. The
I don't
one
know.
where it's like the
Oh,
interactive
that's
one.
Like the interactive one, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the movie.
I like
Yeah.
my favorite one's the matchmaking one, just because it was like, oh shit, like this is your 98th percent or whatever, and they like all appear. I don't know. That was my favorite.
There was an episode I really liked, and I was watching this YouTube video of like the top 5 worst episodes, and it was
Yeah.
like in that, and I was like, "Fuck."
Wasn't Miley in one of them?
Yeah,
that
that one
was
was
the
that was
season.
pretty, that was
Oh,
decent.
okay.
I like the one where it's kind of like American Idol type shit. Like they're doing the auditions and they have to have like a talent, whatever, and the dude gives that like dramatic ass speech. at the end of it, he has a like shard of glass to his neck. You know, I just thought the
I don't
speech was
remember that
really
one.
good, but everyone apparently that
Yeah, I
was
don't
the top
remember that
5.
one either.
Apparently it was a top 5 worst episode, so I just must suck.
I see the Sopranos ruined TV shows for me because it's just set. Did you ever watch The Sopranos? It's set such a fucking high bar. It's just, I don't know. It was just so good. I can't get into anything else since I finished it. It's weird.
Yeah, I
don't
only
know.
watched it like in passing because I
Yeah.
was also like really young when it was coming out. So
Yeah.
my grandparents would be watching it, and then
Yeah.
I'd be like, "Oh, what's that?" And they're like, "The Sopranos," and then like they just like cuss like 6 times. Oh
Yeah.
shit! I'm like eight.
You
Like what's
motherfucker.
going on?
It's
Yeah,
weird.
that was me. My parents would be like, "Go downstairs and go play the PlayStation. We're watching The Sopranos."
Yeah.
Like, okay. You
Like,
don't gotta tell me twice.
The more I watch, because I'm a quarter Italian, so I'll watch the like the mob movies and shit, and like I'll be in traffic when I've been watching a lot of mob movies, and like the accent comes out, and I'm like, my girlfriend will be like, "Where? You're not from Brooklyn? Like where? Where did that come from?"
Oh god.
They say motherfucker. and
Yeah, you
stuff.
motherfucker, forget about it. Eh?
I have like the worst attention span of all time, so
That'd be tough to watch that show.
it's so hard for me to watch TV shows. Like, I think I've seen Breaking Bad like all the way through,
Mhm.
but even then, like the 5th season, like there's some episodes I'm like I don't even know, I might have missed them. I don't know.
I watched. Sorry, go ahead.
I don't even know. Like I don't even know the last show that I've watched. I don't think I've watched the show in like
The
years.
Boys is the last show. I
Yeah,
watched.
mine was The Boys.
What's The
was
Boys?
It's so
what I
fucking
watched.
good.
It is
What's The
fucking
Boys?
good, man.
Basically, it's like superheroes,
Yeah.
but it's more of a realistic standpoint. So like Spider-Man, like if he was doing all the crazy shit he'd be doing, he'd probably be killing people on
Yeah.
accident.
Yeah.
It basically takes it to that level and makes it very political. So like
Oh.
it's a good show.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of
It's
comedy
like-
in it.
it's
It's
like
very
this-
gory.
It's like the Justice League of the Justice League were a bunch of fucking dickheads, dude.
Oh,
Like the
actually
guy
sounds-
that can turn invisible, like spying on chicks in the bathroom and shit all the
Oh.
time.
It follows,
What's that
like-
on? Is that on Netflix?
Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime,
Oh,
dude.
we have that
It
too,
follows
yeah.
like the bad guys who are trying to take down the superheroes
Yeah.
because they see all the stupid shit they're doing and how bad it is. Yeah.
I believe it because I used to always watch like superhero movies as a kid. And,
Yeah.
like people would hate the superheroes. I'm like, why? They're saving like they just killed fucking Thanos up here, like who? And then I'm like, oh wait, but they destroyed like
Everything.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the whole
It's-
city.
It's not
You
really a
destroyed my
spoiler.
grandfather's business. Like,
It's not really a spoiler because it happens in like the first 5 minutes of the first episode, but like everything kind of gets kicked off because this guy's walking with his like girlfriend or fiance or something. I can't remember if
Yeah, it's his
what-
girlfriend.
Yeah, there's a guy that can run super fast in it, like he's like the Flash. And
yeah.
what he does,
I
the
think I
guy is
showed
like,
you, maybe.
yeah, the guy like is running super fast, and he basically like runs into the guy's girl and splatters her like a
Yeah, I
fucking
saw
like
that.
a fly on the windshield, basically.
I saw it
Yeah.
on Facebook. I thought that was just like a freaking
Like a skit?
joke skit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. I would
Mhm.
watch that.
Yeah,
That's
and then they like they do try to do all the like legal stuff that would happen. Like they try to get him to sign like an NDA, and like they try to give him money and just like 50 grand, like not even that much money, but
I felt Hancock was a realistic superhero movie.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
gonna say
too.
when you brought it up, I was like a bunch of like superheroes that are just like Hancock. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
Like
a
they-
drunk piece of shit.
They try to put him in prison and shit. He goes and it's like
Yeah.
fuck this. Like, what would you do? Like,
You
what
couldn't
would be
stop
the point?
him.
You're not gonna litigate fucking
No.
these people. Like they're gonna fuck you up. Like for real.
that's basically what happens in that show too. Yeah, they're like.
Mhm.
Shoot, my mom
the-
has
the-
Amazon Prime.
yeah.
I'm gonna steal her password. I'm like, I'm gonna have to hit a lick on that. I already did
I-
her Netflix.
I would highly recommend it, even if you're not big into TV shows. It's just
Mhm.
action like every turn, and it's funny,
Hmm.
and it's just like off the wall. So it's like, oh, this can
I
keep
can
me
get into a good
interested.
TV
It's
show.
dark
Yeah, for
too.
sure.
It's like
Mhm.
for,
Very.
it's
I
for
like that stuff.
adults.
For, like,
Yeah.
I think for more so for me right now is I'm a huge convenience guy, and like my TV is just not where I sit. You know,
Yeah.
like my
Mhm.
computer
Yeah.
desk is like against
Same.
the wall, and my TV's behind me, so I don't really.
We all got phones, man. Just watch it on that.
That's what I do.
You watch? I don't watch it on my phone. I
See,
feel like it's a different experience.
I think it depends. I don't know. If you put your AirPods in and you just watch it on your phone and listen to it while you're working or whatever, I feel like you get like more into it and you hear shit you wouldn't otherwise, like just watching it on TV.
That's okay.
Like
I'm changing the Netflix password. So
I
it
usually
kinda
only
disturbs
want
me for a little bit.
I
You
usually
what?
only watch stuff on like my TV if I've got like if I'm watching it with like a friend or something like that. You know what I mean? I got like somebody over. Like
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, maybe I just need like
You could
like one of those
focus.
stands for the phone, because that's always gets me.
That's what I use.
Op sockets, hell yeah, dude.
That
Pop sock, yeah.
My shit's like that, like flat.
That's another good one if you like comedy. If you have HBO, is Eastbound and Down. I don't know if you ever seen that.
Man,
I've seen
bro.
Entourage on HBO.
I couldn't get
I
into
feel like I haven't seen
Entourage.
Danny
I actually really
McBride.
liked it. I don't know.
Danny McBride,
I've
yeah.
seen you.
You's really good. I'm
That
happy
one's
for that
fucking
movie.
crazy.
Yeah.
There's another season coming.
Another
Uh-huh.
one coming out. I feel like they're jumping the
22nd.
shark though. I think they should have killed it after the second season.
They could run it into the ground. What are they doing having this chick?
Well, because didn't he marry?
They're
the-
married and now he's obsessed with the neighbor. And I'm like, okay, we're in Walking Dead mode here now.
He's
Where
a
we
Yeah.
neighbor now. I haven't seen a trailer. Is there
that was
a
how
trailer?
it ended on the last
God.
one.
Yeah,
I'm
they like
we're-
moved in, and then he like peered over the fucking
Yeah.
fence and was like, "Oh."
Yeah, I'm
See.
like, we're in Walking Dead mode now, where they go to a place, they get attacked, they have to leave the place, they find a new place to
Yeah.
get attacked. I'm like,
Have you
okay,
seen
cut
Prison
it.
Break?
No, everyone says I should.
It's a good one, but like it's like the second season, like they get into another prison and then break out.
Yeah.
It's like,
Isn't there like 6 seasons of that show or
I
something?
think there's 3. I know they did a newer season a few years back. I'm pretty sure, but it's like, damn, how many times is this motherfucker have to break out of prison?
When
Like,
you-
Yeah,
Chapo.
just stop.
Stop
fucking
going to jail, man. Yeah, like, what are you
You
doing?
already got out
Yeah,
once.
it's like, how
It's
many
wouldn't it be
problems do you
what is he in jail for? Was it like he just didn't pay a bunch of
So,
traffic tickets?
His
Like,
brother, actually, it's kind of the first season's good, you know.
make sure you talk to the mic
Oh,
though.
sorry.
No, you're good. I
The
just don't
first
want you to
season
be-
is pretty good. So basically, this dude's brother gets framed for a crime, and this dude is super smart, and he gets himself sentenced to the same prison and try to break him out.
Okay.
And the dude is like, he has like this thing called like low latent inhibition or something. So he just like his brain can't ignore small details, and he just picks up on like everything.
Mhm.
And so this basically uses that to like get out of the prison. It's like some Breaking Bad type stuff. Like, they
Okay.
have to like figure out like I don't know. It's a good show though.
Mm.
But the plot is like, dang, like prison again.
We're back.
Like it's in the title. Like we get it.
We're back. Back in prison now.
At least they're making Walking Dead.
Yeah, it's still on. They're in the
Are you
last
serious?
season. This is the
As,
last one.
as soon as they got that fucking ginger-haired fuck on there, like that military guy, I was so turned off. I was just like, this is the worst fucking
So
thing I'm
long.
ever watching now.
Who's still? I don't know.
God, that guy pissed me off.
Who's still like? Is Rick around?
Rick, I don't know. They like Rick see, I stopped watching it like halfway through the last season, and then I've started just kind of like, all right, well, I got nothing else to watch, so I might as well watch that because I work from home. So Rick is gone, but he didn't die. He like got picked up by somebody in a helicopter or some shit.
So
And
they
they
had a
took
character
him.
issue. They're like he
They wrote him off, but
Yeah.
they left the door open to bring him back.
He was like, I'm sick of this shit. I've been here for like 10 years.
Oh yeah, he was tired of it. He's probably tired of doing the same thing every
Yeah.
day. But then now he's probably broke because that was his cash cow. But
Mhm.
like,
damn. So Carl,
Carl died.
no way.
Yeah, this
Wait.
is spoilers
We're
for
spoiler
anyone.
alert, by the
Carl.
way.
Was
Spoiler
Carl
alert
his
after
friend
the
that fucked
spoilers.
Carl
his
was the
wife?
son.
The son,
Son
yes.
died.
Who was the guy that was his
Shane.
friend?
Shane died in like the
God.
second season.
Oh yeah.
That
Oh, yeah,
that actor just looks like an asshole. Just
Yeah.
his whole
that's when The
vibe.
Walking
Like,
Dead was like good though. Like
Yeah.
I liked Walking Dead. Like
Yeah, that was back when it wasn't like when they figured out, oh, we're just gonna keep going to new places and leaving.
Mhm.
yeah, like there was never actually like an answer, which
Yeah.
is like I don't get like if you turn into a zombie, right? Like you're still like you can't live forever. My motherfucker's
Eventually you'd
gotta be
rot.
just dropping.
You fall apart,
You know,
right?
Yeah.
Like after a couple days, you know, you're not getting energy. You know,
Yeah.
so
Well, it's something to do with the brain. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of like bath salts and stuff, I guess. There's some like voodoo shit in Haiti that they can do to bring people back from the dead.
there's a fungus like that.
Yeah.
With the ants, like it will like go in their brain and make them climb to like tall places and like
jump.
it like controls their muscles and like releases the spores throughout. It's crazy, but it couldn't happen to.
Could it?
It definitely.
COVID
could.
jumped to humans from bats.
The fungus way is how they make the zombies in that Last of Us video game.
Mhm.
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah.
It
I mean,
takes
I feel like
one
if it's
dumbass kid to eat
possible-
eat the wrong
One
ant.
fucking moron.
I think it's
yeah.
this specific fungus. Like we're just too big for it to affect us like that. Because ants are just really small. So in order for it to like take over us, like it just.
It probably just give you the
shit
shits.
ton amount. Yeah. For
Yeah,
sure.
it might just make
But
you throw
Does
up.
it mean there couldn't be a fungus out there that which would be
Someone could make one. I
as
mean,
long as we're not eating people, like it's cool, right?
And, I mean,
Make
ideally,
me climb
yeah.
a tree. That's
Well,
exercise. I
dude,
don't need to eat people.
The one everyone's worried about is that CWD, the chronic wasting disease.
What's that?
It's like deer get it, and it's a death sentence. They say there's no coming back. They've never figured out how to treat it, even in deer. It's never made the jump from animals to humans, but they're worried that it could one day. And like that would be like a legitimate pandemic. Like that would
No,
be
facts.
lights
Does,
out.
does it
like
just
COVID is.
make you like shit,
It
piss,
just
and
makes
throw
you
up?
start. You shit everything away. Like they shit their organs out and stuff.
Mm.
It's here. Let me pull it up. On
That
Google,
makes
so I'm
sense
not
just by the
talking out my
name of
ass.
it.
I do. I thought I shit my organs out this morning. I'm not gonna lie.
You had a
I
drunk
Taco
shit?
Bell,
Your
like, 2
hangover
days ago.
shit?
I was like, whoa, holy shit.
It's
maybe I have it. Maybe you guys. Sorry.
chronic wasting disease, sometimes called zombie deer disease, a transmissible whatever spongiform word I can't read affecting deer. Form of disease is caused by misfolded proteins called prions and includes similar diseases such as BSE, like mad cow disease. I don't even. What are the
Why don't they
symptoms?
just unfold the proteins?
I know, right? You think that that's all they would have to do. Let's
I
see.
should be in the CDC.
Most cases of CD or CWD occur in adult animals, the youngest animal, blah, blah, blah. Progressive and always fatal. The first signs are difficulties in movement. Consistent clinical sign is weight loss over time. So you just waste away. Like you just, it's
It's only in deer or is it in other animals?
I think it can jump to like certain
Mad,
other like
mad
wild-
cow can jump to people.
Yeah.
But mad cow takes like 45, 50
Yeah.
years to like
You-
pop up. So
You could eat a cheeseburger in high school and just drop dead from mad cow in your 40s and have no idea.
I just ate 2 cheeseburgers.
Well, it's McDonald's, so fortunately it's not actual
Yeah.
beef. So
Dude.
you'll be fine.
Hey, get this, the way they found out about mad cow and like how it was spreading was because they were literally like feeding cows like other cows. Like
Mhm.
they were
They
like
were so
feeding-
close in the feedlots. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are the symptoms of mad cow? Like, what is it?
You go crazy and drop dead. There's no sign. There's no warning.
It just
signs.
happens.
You just die. Yeah.
Like you just go like crazy. Let's act like
Well, because it's like a degenerative brain disease.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
it's like it'd be like having dementia, but it like over like a couple of years. Like once it pops up, you got like 2-3 years, and then you're just like your brain dead.
man. I'm
Yeah.
just hoping diseases will be completely eradicated in my lifetime at
That's-
some point. It's pretty
It's too much
optimistic.
money. It's
you
too much
know?
money.
I
For real.
know, but can't you make money off? Like, what do you need money if like you're immortal? You know.
Well, and that's the thing is like if someone really and I like the conspiracy about the cure for cancer exists, they just don't want to do it. I don't know, man. If you cured cancer, you would be a
You so much
trillionaire.
money.
You would
And
be a
not
trillionaire.
only that, but
Like,
if you're like an egotistical person or maybe
Yeah.
narcissistic, which I feel like you almost have to be to get to that level of wealth,
yeah,
then even just that status alone, like,
Yeah.
you're gonna be like a Jesus-like figure. Like,
Yeah.
I cured the world, and you're gonna be in history. You know,
Yeah.
like, you're gonna be etched in buildings. Like, why would you not want that?
I don't know, man. They
know?
found the dude that was working on the first COVID vaccine. Sorry, y'all hearing that? That's my messenger blowing up. They found the dude working on the first COVID vaccine was shot in the back of the head, and then the guy that killed him killed himself like a block away. And they said it was like a home invasion.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
See,
Definitely
that was a
planned.
lot of
Last
money.
year.
Definitely planned.
Yeah, that was
So
like
how about the Nicki Minaj situation? So
Oh,
Like, I
with
don't
the
know.
Oh yeah, we gotta
fucking
talk
are you
about
talking about
that.
Hassan and her?
I haven't heard. I don't know about that. I was talking about like her cousin
vaccine
and
thing.
and then nuts in the vaccine thing. So I just thought I'm not a huge conspiracy theorist, but I know
It was
that,
weird that came out.
Like it's right
Right after, yeah.
that. Maybe it's because I've seen too many Black Mirror episodes and like shit like that happens. Maybe it's the TV. But I'm like that was just kind of ironic. But I don't know who's Hassan.
He's like a Twitch streamer, more on the left. But
What did
he's
she do, or he?
what? Sorry,
What did he do?
he would just tweet at her like, "You're a fucking dumbass. Like, shut the
Oh.
fuck up. Like, this is stupid."
I was like, well, I
And
don't-
then all of the Barbie stands like we're just
Dude,
attacking
yeah, I
him.
didn't know she had a cult following like that.
Dude,
Yeah.
the last
She
guy we
does,
had on
man.
here,
That's crazy.
David
Mhm.
Throw Green, he was telling us about it. He had he made a TikTok. It was like the 5 worst rap lyrics or whatever. And the Nicki Minaj song was on there. And he thought whatever, he's gonna go to bed. It's gonna be like his usual
Nope.
1,000 views or whatever. This guy woke up to like 1.5 million views, comments, people posting his address in the comments,
Yeah,
threatening to come kill him and shit like
Oh
that.
my.
they're
And Nicki was
ruthless.
liking some of the comments.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. What?
Hey,
was
but you
egging
know what
it
she
on.
doesn't have?
What?
Like that 40,000 followers you got from India.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, what the fuck?
I don't know. I am the most popular non-cow in India. Like, I seriously,
Nicki Minaj of India.
dude, it was people were like, oh, I bet you're paying for them. I'm like, I don't have the money to spend on retarded shit like that.
And there's no reason to. It's
No.
like there's not even interaction. It's just,
Yeah. Well, so I woke up. Oh, my fantasy team scored. I woke up Saturday morning, yesterday morning. I woke up, or no, Friday morning. Sorry, Friday morning. I woke up, and I have 4,000 new Instagram followers. And this should tell you the type of comedy and stuff I do. My first thought was, oh God, what did I say that went viral? Like what TikTok did I post or joke that I made that a bunch of people took literally, and I'm in like the New York Post now and all this kinds of shit. I got all these thoughts rushing through my mind. I'm checking the podcast, I'm checking YouTube, checking TikTok. I'm like I'm gonna get like I've got to be like this alt-right hero or something because of a joke I made. And I'm gonna get fired from my job. I'm gonna have to fucking travel with Candace Owens yelling at college students about how there's only 2 genders, and like this is what's going through my head. And there's nothing. And I start looking at the accounts following me. I'm like, okay, why am I blowing up? So I start looking at the accounts following me, and there's like they're all from India, like 3/4 of them, and then the rest are like from Africa and Eastern Europe. So I'm like, what the fuck is this? And none of them are interacting with anything I do.
Mhm.
So like by the end of the day, Friday, I had 20,000 followers. I started with like 400.
Yeah.
Right.
It was shooting up.
It was fucking. So now I've lost half of them. I'm at 10.7. So I don't know what happened. I don't know if they were bored by my content. I don't, and if I wasn't
They'll
posting
probably-
enough
just-
for them.
The accounts probably just got taken down.
They're probably getting banned. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's. I have no idea.
How's that?
I got attacked by a bot farm. I have no idea why. I don't know who did it for
Check
me.
it, like you have like your credit card or anything on there?
There was no,
No
I'd never,
information or
dude.
anything?
But that's my thing is people are like, oh, I like a couple of my friends are like, oh, you paid for that. I'm like, no, I wouldn't. Like every time I pay for fucking
Why would you pay
marketing,
for it and then, like, expose yourself completely?
right? Yeah, I wouldn't post about it. I would just let it slide. They're like, how'd you get
Yeah.
all those followers? Oh, I
Like,
don't
look
know.
at these followers. I think they could be fake. Oh, you bought those.
Yeah.
Those are fake followers to impress us.
Yeah, no, like, dude, every time I post a ad for a comedy show on Facebook, my fucking credit card gets hacked. I'm definitely not putting it into one of those websites because that's where that shit started. There's websites that you can go on and you can buy,
Yeah.
and they're actual people, right? Like Nick, you were talking, Facebook does this with their own accounts and you can pay for them to interact and shit. And it's all people in India, and they pay them like pennies on the dollar of what they're making from you. And they'll just go and like and subscribe to all your shit. And
Yeah.
it originally
They do
started,
it with YouTube too.
yeah,
Yep.
it originally started. The goal of it was businesses like restaurants and daycares and places like that. They would buy these Google reviews and they'd give them 5-star reviews and be like, I love the food here. And that was just basic shit like that. And they would push them to the top of the algorithm so more people would see it when they look for it. Well, now it's moved into like streamers and comedians and YouTubers and stuff are doing it too. Like there's
Zuckerberg does it, so anytime he posts a picture of him doing whatever the fuck, they get like 100,000 Indian guys going, "Thank you, Mark, very pretty."
yeah, exactly. No, literally that's like and that's what it is. So I don't know who paid for my followers, but thank you.
Hey, they shout out to you.
Yeah, shout out to whoever the
That's why I get trust issues every time. Like if I have something that does like any amount well, I'm like, dude, it's like this is fake.
yeah.
Like I posted a TikTok. Like I posted one TikTok on one account. To this day, still has 0 views. Like no one gives a shit about it. No one's seen it.
You get algorithm
And
like
then
that.
I posted another one, and it got like a couple thousand. You
Yeah.
know, in like a day or something. I was like,
That was the one with you rapping.
yeah, like the lighter
What-
please.
yeah,
one,
lighter
I was
please.
like, is this fake? Like I'm like looking at everybody who likes it. I'm going to the profile.
Yeah.
I'm like, do you follow other actual people? Because like the perception of me dropped in, I did like 1,000 a week. I was like, dude, there's no way.
Yeah.
This is not.
Well,
real.
TikTok's got a lot of issues, but the cool thing is there's more like the algorithm's more genuine. Like you can get your shit pushed up being nobody, where it
Yeah,
doesn't
no,
just,
yeah.
it's not like YouTube where it's got the same 5 people that get all their videos to the top
Mhm.
of it.
No, that's why
I think it's because of TikTok's algorithm of kind of how they do it for their viewers, where they really push their algorithm to make it to be where it's something you want to see, so you stay on it more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And hopefully they keep it like with it, because you can definitely get more of like a organic following on there. Like it's a doggy dog world trying to like on Twitter.
Oh,
Like,
God.
dude, if you don't got a nice pair of titties or a fat ass, man,
Yep.
you ain't gonna get nowhere. I mean, it's gonna be tough. You gotta be real funny. real fucking funny.
Even then, someone's probably just gonna steal your tweet
Yeah.
and get like 40,000
facts.
retweets off.
Dude,
of
I
it.
see a bad bitch tweet some shit like meatloaf, and then we go like
Yeah.
40,000 likes.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, what? Like, that's not fair. Like,
Well, and then the problem with here's my theory on this. You see these chicks that are on Twitter and they're like fucking smoking and they're like way out of all these dudes' leagues and they're either like hard left or hard right, like super extreme, right? Like communist fucking, all right. Well, I guess they all been banned, but like libertarian shit like that.
Mhm.
And I'm like,
It's Twitter, so most of them are hard left.
yeah. But I'm like, dude, those people are feds. those chicks are feds. That's a fucking operation they're running on you.
I mean, that makes sense. Like,
I would believe it. Like,
easiest way to get a lot of people.
Yeah,
And like
keep tabs on them.
it entices
Yep.
you. You know
push
what I
them a
saw?
certain way too. Like if you're like, I want them to think this, have them all your accounts
Yeah,
start doing that thing because they're gonna follow it blindly. Like,
yeah. It's
I
the
don't know, I
hot
feel
girl.
like
Yeah,
People think what they need to look out for things that are so obvious. I'm like, no, these people are smart, dude. They're gonna really make it comfortable and think
mhm.
that you know what you're talking about. Oh no, that's why I just don't trust nothing, man. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I've definitely dialed back a little bit on certain things, or at least how I approach like my opinions on social media.
Yeah.
Because one, like it doesn't matter. Like
no, it really at the end of the
people
day.
will just talk
Yeah.
shit on social media. Like I've seen people who argue with each other. I'm like, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't change anything.
No, not at all.
It just makes that person mad at you.
no people.
like-
People just have opinions just to have them. They
Right.
argue to be right, not to solve anything.
Mhm.
Which is like so point. I was thinking about this before I got here. The thing that really gets on my nerves about people is that they think the only way you can arrive to a conclusion that is opposite of theirs is if you're stupid.
Yeah,
There's no other
you
possible
have to
way.
be an idiot.
You're just dumb. Like, no, you don't think that you're just dumb. You couldn't. Nothing else comes into place. It's either you're dumb or you agree with me. And
Yeah.
like, that's just not. It's so one dimensional.
So toxic.
It's very,
Fucking
very
hate that.
toxic.
Hate that fucking word. Toxic and problematic. We were gonna start a parody like newspaper thing, right?
Fuck yeah.
Me and Justin Healy, and we had partnered with some people. He's a comedian. We had partnered with some people that were journalists, like local journalists. And you want to talk about a culture clash, man? Those people are not. We're not the same. Justin Healy had one about like the first article he recommended was like something about like rape or something like that.
You gotta start with the bang. I mean,
Yeah, and they're out there, they're like we don't want to be problematic. And I'm like, well, I might as well leave, because when I film a comedy special, it's going to be called problematic. Like that's my whole fucking definition.
That's when you get that one meme where it's I think it's from like Gladiator or whatever, where they're like, that's why from Troy, where it's like, that's why nobody will remember your name.
Yeah, that's right.
I feel I'm in the middle, because like I really don't give a fuck about how people feel, but at the same time I'm very aware of it, and at the same time, like, so it's tough. Like I deleted, I'm not gonna lie, I folded, I deleted a tweet the other night, because what did I say? I was like,
COVID is
any
fake.
girl who
The Holocaust never happened.
I said any girl who had the chance to fuck with me should qualify for disability. And I was like,
That
You
sounds
should've
like a
kept that
Kanye
up.
lyric.
and I was like, man,
That sounds like a Kanye lyric,
man, but I
dude.
feel bad for the people with disabilities. So I was like, man, like I'm just gonna delete it,
See,
So I
You need to put that in a song, bro. That's a good fucking.
man.
That's a good bar, man.
I might.
People with disabilities, they're usually a good sport about their
Oh,
disability.
facts.
They and it's good that they can laugh at it, because I'm gonna laugh about it. So like they might as well join me,
This
right?
is just the
Like,
thing with Twitter and social media, which is annoying. Like what Nick said, like if I put that in a song, I feel like it's so much less of a problem. Because like if you have a beat behind it and all that, it's like, oh, it's just a clever line.
Yeah.
But when you tweet it and then you
put it out there.
Interject their own opinions in there,
Yeah.
and they think about like that one special needs kid that they saw get bullied in the 5th grade,
Yeah.
and they're gonna act like I'm talking about that kid or something. And I'm just like, man, my grandma has disabilities. It's fine. I'm making fun of her.
See, I
You
used
know what's
to-
funny about that is I've never seen a special needs kid getting
Never.
bullied in school, but I've seen a fuck ton of special needs kids bully regular
Oh,
kids
yeah.
in school
Yes.
because they
They'll
can't.
beat
They're
their ass,
protected,
too.
man.
because
You
they have
can't
their
do nothing.
retard strength.
Yeah. They're fucking protected class, man. You can't say nothing back to them. What are you gonna do? Call them retarded or something? Like, you can't do it.
There's this dude on TikTok who has like a Down syndrome, I think. He like makes music, and like you know, like people were being super uplifting, you know, because of like, you know,
Yeah.
Down syndrome, pursuing your dreams, whatever. And then like he was getting like really cocky, and people were like, "Yo, chill!" Like, oh, like no, like people like
We're joking. We're joking.
There
I was
was-
like, "Dang, y'all are savage."
There
man.
was, have you seen he's like a YouTuber or comedian or something. He's that guy that's got like that really weird disability where like his arms are shriveled up and
Mhm.
shit
Oh,
like
is it the
that.
guy that like can't really
Yeah,
go like
yeah.
this?
Dude I work with.
Somebody tweeted, they were like me before and after the COVID vaccine, and it was him, and then it was that guy. And this girl comments, "Do you think this is funny?" And the guy replies, the guy that's in the wheelchair replies, "Yes."
all the time. Dude.
He's fucking hilarious. Like, that guy's awesome. I love that. Like, that's, see, let me tell you, man, I used to have a joke making fun of people in wheelchairs that I used to do in stand-up, and it walked people. I'm not gonna lie. But that's the key word there. It walked. Every person that got offended and left the show because of that got up and walked out on their own 2 feet. None of them rolled out. Like, it was.
He just got up and it's like, I'm done with this.
Yep.
shit.
Because Tosh used to have a joke about that. He's like, if your handicapped friend doesn't like it, turn his wheelchair around. I don't give a fuck.
I don't think I'd have the balls to do the jokes that you do. I'd be sitting there like, oh my Lord. I'm just like, this man is the toughest man on the side of the Mississippi.
People respect it because you take it when you take a chance. Like,
And no, at the same time though, like I see you make personal jokes too,
Yeah.
like about like your mom and your own situation.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, you're not
obviously it's
omitting
not
yourself from
right.
you
I have
know, the jokes, you
I have
know?
a great relationship with my mom now. I'm still gonna make fun of shit we did in the
Yeah,
past.
you
Like,
know.
obviously it's nothing personal.
Yeah,
you know.
And I was talking to my friend about just taking things personal, and dude, like if you take things personal in your life, man, it's just gonna be a fucking very, very tough fucking life. That's why my life is easy. I don't give a shit. Dude, I don't take
Nope.
shit personal.
I don't give a flying fuck.
I always really appreciate the observational comedy that's like that, where where you basically sum up what makes it funny, where it's like the one thing from the Avengers where the guy's like, he's out of line, but he's right. Like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
I recently I started ending my sets with because the mayor in Omaha, her husband killed himself, and I've recently started ending my sets with Joe Stothert didn't kill himself, implying that she had him offed. And it just,
Oh man, like, you might be right.
it just
I wouldn't be surprised.
it keeps escalating, and like the last one I just flat out said the mayor killed her husband. This guy comes up to me, he's like, it's just so uncalled for, but it's hilarious. He's like, so the first time I ever told that joke, it was like 3 days after he died. Like, it was
Damn.
like right afterwards. Like, they hadn't even had the funeral yet, right?
Oh,
And I ended my set. I was killing it the whole set. And I ended, I said, I'm Caleb Salvatore. Joe Stothert didn't kill himself. And like half the audience, like, and then the other half started booing. And I'm like, why am I being booed? And I walk out and I'm like, whatever, I had a good set. And this guy walks out, Jacob Wilson, who's been on the show a couple of times. He walks out and he's like, yeah, my girlfriend was here with her coworkers. They work for the mayor.
oh,
Like,
Why
why
is
is booing me?
This
I'm
guy
right.
that they probably know, that they work for the widow of now. I just implied that she murdered him 3 days after it was over, or after he died.
Honestly,
And
I'm
they
not
were-
gonna lie. I'm surprised she didn't spin it as like he got murdered so she could up that police budget some more.
I know,
You know
yeah,
what I
that
mean?
would
Like,
be
oh,
her
they need an
security
extra 50,
budget.
60,000. Like,
I talked to this guy, and I don't know what it's worth. I don't actually think the mayor's husband the mayor killed her husband. Almost a Freudian slip there. But remember, everything I say. Everything I say is fucking comedy, and it can't be taken seriously, and that's how I don't get sued. But no, like I talked to one guy, and it was just some guy at a show after I had said it, and who fucking knows who this guy is? But he's like, I think she was having an affair with the chief of police, and that guy had the husband killed. I'm like, really? And he goes, yeah. You know who the first one on call was the chief of police. I'm like, oh, well, you never know. I love conspiracy theories, so.
Just start throwing it out there.
Yeah, let's just start.
That
I
should
don't
be
know
your
if that's
ending.
true or not. But
No wonder why Gene was arresting everybody at those fucking anti-cop rallies and shit, man.
So does this dude think that this dude like fucking was piping as soon as this dude got like off himself or something? Like,
I don't know.
He fucking like called. He was on call, and it's like, well, he's gone. Like, what's fucking?
well,
Let's
to
go.
be realistic about it, they probably bought the chief because it's the mayor.
Yeah,
So it's just like you got to send the biggest guy there to make sure.
that's
everything's
probably
handled.
it. Yeah.
But we all love conspiracies. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like,
Well,
I
because
don't know shit about politics, so this makes it a lot more interesting.
there was a period of time where I was very, very critical of the mayor, right? And I remember reading gunshots at Gene Stothart's house. I didn't say anything about suicide or anything like that. And I remember seeing that and I'm like, fuck, I really hope that where I was on camera for the last 4 hours. Like, I hope there's like, or like my cell phone GPS or something could prove where I was for the last 4 hours.
That's funny. I think about shit like that because I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to get caught up or nothing. So when I go to the gym and shit, like I'm making sure I'm scanning my key tags.
Yeah, I do that too.
Make eye contact with the camera.
So we got camera right there and we got one in our living room. It's running 24/7. So like, and it stores it for a week and I don't have to pay a subscription or anything. I can save it longer if I need to. I mean, that's if there was ever an alibi I needed and I was home, be like, all right, well, I'll pull it up. There you go.
I'm not gonna be in the hub and see this fucking safe in there, am I?
What?
I said I'm not gonna be on the hub.
Oh no, nothing
I'm
like
oh,
that.
like
Nothing like
I
that.
recognize that. Just posted up to see you walking away. Oh my god.
No, all those videos are private, man.
You gotta pay for those ones.
Yeah, that's on the OF, right?
I think that every single man's fear is like they'll just be on the hub and see their crush on there, you know, just like the girl that they want to be with, like just getting piped on there. Like,
wouldn't mind. I prefer, like, I have a girlfriend. I'd prefer to see her on there than like my parents. You know, like that would be worse. I think.
Yeah, that'd be pretty fucking terrible.
Oh my-
Like
you
see
think
her
that
like
would happen? Someone like
I'm sure it has.
yeah, I'm sure it
Oh, for
has.
sure, yeah.
I'm sure it
With
has.
how many fucking people are on that?
Haven't you heard of that one story with that Marine where he came back from deployment or basic training or something or whatever? And like he had the picture with his girl, but then somebody was like, yo, dude, I've seen that girl in a fucking
And
porn
it was
video.
the same shirt.
Oh,
She was
yeah.
wearing the same shirt in the video.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
legit the
Oh
same
my
girl.
God.
I've seen the video. It's the same girl.
That's
I did too.
crazy.
It's a very
Crazy.
underwhelming video. I was
Yeah, it's
disappointed.
okay.
He had to watch that video multiple times because there's no way I could remember a chick's face. I mean, maybe I'm just bad with faces. Because like
Yeah, that's
I would be like, oh, that was that chick in a porn. Or maybe I've just seen too many.
that's someone who's seen it a lot, right? Like that's someone who watched that video
Yeah, that's my
over.
Favorite video, man.
I,
beat off that last night.
I thought about making an OnlyFans, not for like porn stuff, but like it would be like you'd pay like $5 a month, and I would just shit on protected classes of society. Like I do a weekly video, like, so here's the problem with EMTs.
You know what? You know what pisses me off about janitorial staff? Fuck them motherfuckers.
I was listening to Tim Dillon's Patreon. And we gotta go. So I don't know this. I was listening to Tim Dillon's Patreon on 9/11, the 9/11 episode. And so Tim Dillon, he's a comedian. He's from New York City. He used to be a tour guide. Like he'd drive the bus around. Like they drive the bus around, and he'd tell people what everything was. And he said he was given this tour one time, and they drove past Ground Zero, right? And there's this other tour guide that was sitting there with him because they would work in between shifts. And Tim Dillon's like, yeah, over to your right, Ground Zero. And, you know, you got all these people from all over the world. You got like United Arab Emirates, fucking Sweden, people all over the place. And this guy goes, I was at Ground Zero. The other tour guide does. And, you know, he's like, I know everyone's heard all the stories about the firemen running into the building to save people. And he's like, and everyone's looking up thinking they're going to hear this just heroic story. And the guy just lashes out, they didn't go into the buildings. They ran away. They were cowards. Like, the firemen at Ground Zero were a bunch of cowards.
Is that true?
Yes, it actually happened. Oh, I don't know if that's true. I wasn't there. I was like 6, but it's like the firemen were cowards. They didn't save anybody.
Oh my God.
Please tip your tour guide. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Imagine. I wish I could have been. That would have been hilarious to see that. Like that.
Yeah, that's funny as fuck.
Not Ground Zero, but that guy laughing out.
He said not Ground. Oh my gosh.
All right.
Probably have cancer if you were at Ground Zero.
Yeah, probably. Everyone's fucking dying from that now.
Asbestos.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I know he has to go. I would start talking forever.
We got to wrap it up. Do you guys want to plug anything? Dion, Erik, go for it.
I'm still making music. It's taking it, slowly but surely. So one day, you'll hear something. But you can follow me on Twitter if you would like. I know my little brother is stalking me, so stop doing that, Devin. At Dion Cobbs, and Instagram at DYLNCOBBS.
Yeah, my name is Erik. You can find me on Twitter.
Erik with a K.
Yes, with a K. Basically, my Twitter name is Erik_the_great_. Instagram is just another underscore after the last one. So
Okay, cool.
motherfuckers are trying to take Erik the Great, but I decided on it.
I'll send some
fuck it.
Indians your way.
Dude, I fucking talk to him all day, so I really don't want them.
Yeah, fair enough. It's a big conspiracy to get me to open bobs and vagins. That's all. That's
Open
what-
cloth.
Open cloth. Yeah, no shit, right? October 29th. I've been kind of lazy in the fall. October 29th, Wired Pub. October 30th, Backline. I'll probably have more dates sooner, but that's all I got for now.
Dope.
I'm working on. We're gonna go around the Midwest, like small towns, like coming in winter.
Hey.
We'll see. We'll see. I'm trying to
Cool,
string it
man.
together, winter or spring. Trying to spring it together. So we'll see. Nick, anything? Or
No, not for me.
all right. He's
You know-
like,
you
fuck
know
off.
me,
We're
I'm
done.
boring. I'm boring as fuck right now. So
That's okay. You have a child. That's different.
yeah.
That's tough.
That's why I'm not gonna have one until I have a mistake in my 30s. So
There you go.
Will that be
man.
the
That's the way to
mistake?
do it.
My girls don't want to have sex with me, so we're good.
Can't get guys pregnant, so we're good.
Right, yeah, that's you can't get dudes pregnant. So all right, thank you guys. Peace the fuck out.
Later, y'all.
See ya.